What's going on, Base Shop? How you guys doing? There's so much to freaking run for. There's so much to be excited about. Man, I cannot tell you. I'm excited for those of you that choose to take the coaching, the training from last night, the meeting after the meeting, and just run, hit your necks, hit your 2-2, hit your 4-4. It's literally it's free money. It's right there for you. It's getting a couple people in the system. It's literally, helping a couple families. Because at the end of the day, guys, I'm telling you, you want that higher contract. I mean, what are you giving up? 300, $600 to get the higher contract. And so, it's not much to, like I said, get a couple people going and, get out there, prospect, meet a few new people, or hey, look, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, cousin, son, daughter. I mean, some of you have access to these types of people in your life where, you can put them in the system. And it's not how you build your business and long term, but to get the higher contract strategically, that is something that I would definitely do. That is something that we definitely have done in our past. To get a higher contract, not for MD, but to be able to hit FA and also to be able to hit director. Those are things that we've done, and so we encourage that because it's more money in your pocket in the long run. It's you being able to go out there and run and hit the higher promotions. And so this is going away on the 15th, and we want to make sure that you're a part of it, that you hit it. And so with all of that being said, here's a couple things. One, I want to give some love to we ran an incentive last month on anyone that hit FA to be able to go out there and go grab a bite to eat with Christine and I. The only two that did it. Give it up to Chuck and DeAndre for being the only two qualifiers to do that. Give them a loud round of applause. So we're definitely figuring out a time, to go. And um, with that being said, we wanted to do something special. We wanted to say, well, man, how can we make this thing a little bit sweeter for those this go around, right? Um, clearly lunch is already happening. We're gonna let DeAndre, Chuck, we'll let you guys know when we're going to lunch and go grab a bite to eat. Because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna probably do it on like a Saturday after a BOM. Get away and go grab a bite, really process, deep dive, and spend some time. And so really excited for that. And for those of you that are, this time, really was just like kind of figuring out like, well, shoot, man, what can we do? How can we make this thing sweeter for you? What can we incentivize more than a higher contract? And we said, well, you know what? Look, I asked Chuck, I said, Chuck, how would you feel if we opened it back up? It means your meal is going to get pushed back a little bit. And he said, man, I'm all about the team. I'm all about everybody winning together. And he said, let's do whatever we got to do to get more people there. And so give it up to Chuck, because processing with him, he convinced me to push it back. So anybody that hits FA by the 15th, you'll be going to grab a bite to eat with us as well. And we'll let you know the details of when and where and all that stuff. And then I said, well, shoot, man, how do we make this even sweeter? There's more, right? And I said, well, look, what can we do? And how can we really incentivize this go around to make sure that we maximize and get as many people as possible? Because we've already opened it to anybody else that's not currently in FA. So that's like Brandy, that's Larry, that's Tony, that's Tally, that's Beyonce, that is Tyree, Tyreek, that is you know Kevin, that's Brianna, that is I don't know if I'm leaving any Whitney, Yannick. I don't know if I'm leaving anybody out at this point. I think I've named everybody that off the top of my head that comes and is not currently in FA right now. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to leave you out. A Destiny, is you as well. So like I said, I'm excited to see who's that going to be that's going to join us for lunch. But I said, man, what else can we do? How can we make this thing sweeter? Because this is an opportunity to blow the base shop up. You already know about level one GEB. I've given that commitment to our board's council, saying that we're going to hit level one GEB. I've given that to our senior vice president, saying that we're going to hit level one GEB. So our butts are on the line, to go out there and do that. I made a post the other day about what we need and what are you taking. So that way we can go out there and collectively hit this, get on that SMD to B call with George Palaio, to be poured into, to then be able to bring that knowledge back to you guys and pour into you. So we want to be able to get on this call for you. And so what better way, what better gift than this FA promotion for everybody to go out there and hit it. Now, again, we've got books, we've got all kind of things that we do all the time. Top inviters, keep doing all that, and we're going to keep driving that. We're going to keep doing some stuff. I mean, dinner last night with everybody, and it was more just like not so much dinner, just going out there getting some wings and a burger, stuff like that, and just we had a ball, we had fun, guys. If you miss those things on the Tuesday night, we only do it one Tuesday night a month. To just come together as a team, as a family, and just kind of let loose a little bit and have fun, joke around. And things like that, but also get some questions answered and be poured into as well. And so this is another opportunity to be able to have access to that. And but this one's all going to be geared about mindset and building and shifting. So that's you wanting to build this business and really learn how to get out there and make more money, or if it's not the money, if it's purpose, if it's wanting to be able to do something bigger and leave a legacy in your life and for your family and things like that, then that's what these qualification lunches and things like that are for, to be able to hit that, because it's not just anybody. This is only for those that qualify. This is only for those that get in. And so you're like, well, shoot, what could we do? And I said, man, well, when was the last time any of you guys have ever had a chance to, you know, break bread with somebody that, has multiple offices around the country? When was the last time you've had the ability to break bread and ask questions with someone who has, had their businesses paid out, multiple millions to them in their career? When's the last time you've had an opportunity, to process with somebody who's promoted, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven, not eight, not nine, not 10. I mean, the list goes on and on, marketing directors. Um, When's the last time you've had the opportunity, someone that makes a multiple six-figure income, process with you, your business, and ask building questions, and get a chance to get to know them on a deeper level, and them to know you, and also, be able to get that level of coaching and accountability. When's the last time you've had that in your business or in your life, right? And so we said, well, shoot, man, what can we do? How can we make this sweeter? So we already know that we already got two qualifiers in Chuck and DeAndre. We know that the door's been open to anybody else that wants to get qualified, and for this lunch. Anybody in the base shop. It could be somebody that's current, somebody that's brand new that comes in today or tomorrow, whenever, and goes and runs and hits their 444. Anybody, right? Now there's a caveat. We have to at least have five total qualifiers to make what I'm about to tell you happen, because I was processing with this individual. I said, well, what do we got to do to get you to be able to go to lunch with our guys? And I don't believe any of you have ever really had this type of opportunity, and where this individual's at with their season, of life and season of business. Never seen them more focused and more into what's going on, than right now here before us. And guys, I'm super excited to announce that if we get five qualifiers, five people to hit FA, hit their FA promotion, um, none other than our senior vice president Fred Terrace is going to be going to lunch with you. For those of you that hit it, now Chuck, here's the caveat. DeAndre, here's the caveat. We got to have 5 people. So there's got to be 3 more people that at least hit FA. Because if they don't, Chuck, if they don't, DeAndre, you don't get to debrief. You don't get to spend that time with Fred. So my question is, who's excited? Who says, man, no matter what, I'm getting this time. I didn't say I didn't say Carpe Diem Base Shop. I didn't say UPN. I didn't say Alana. I just said just strictly for B2G Base Shop. We were able to negotiate and get this deal done for 5 of you, 5 lucky people. Now, it could be more than 5, but it's got to at least be 5 people to be able to go and spend time and deep dive and process with our senior vice presidents. They're about to crack 500,000, on a rolling 12. They're about to promote, 3, 4 more MDs out of their base shop before this year is over. Really exciting times, guys. So to be able to learn what they're doing and how they're doing it and how you can get some of that, juice. Let's go wrap up this FA promotion by the 15th. So that way you can be in there. You can be, having lunch. We'll let you know the day and the time of when that's all happening. But guys, if I'm you, I'm going to light this thing up. I'm going to get somebody in the system today. I'm going to write a policy today. I'm making magic happen today. Do not play with this thing. I hope you guys are excited as I am to make this thing happen. Let's go rock and roll, guys. Talk to you later. Bye bye.